Hello, good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to the month of December and the first Monday of the month. All right, okay, this is Elkie here today, and we're gonna do our monthly traders talk again. Okay, so in our section today, we will be looking into some of the topic like when it comes to December, it will be on the year end strategy, window dressing. Okay, so that's basically what we're gonna look into for today. Okay, so good afternoon, everyone. So let me share my screen really quick. Okay, all right. Okay. So yeah, okay. So we can see this wonderful picture. It comes to the year end. It's the December. It's the last month of the year for 2024. And what can we do? Okay, for the for this month. Okay, what are the potentials idea that we can look into, and we're gonna share with you in our section today, right over here. Okay, yeah. So let me for those who do not know who am I. Okay, this is my profile. I'm your speaker for today, and I've been in this industry since 2012 and started as a dealer. Then in between, I was trader for some time and managed to get some of the skill and knowledge, hard skill knowledge right over there. And eventually, I came into equities market since 2015 until right now. So that was like 9 years ago. Okay, so with Inter-Pacific Securities, I'm actually running a team, and also I'm trying to help my clients and some public and the public with some of the information about the markets. What are the things to look out for, the opportunities? So we are having this monthly traders talk whereby um, our team will be sharing with you guys what's happened previously, and what are things to follow up, and also what are the potential opportunities for this month. Okay, so without further ado, let's start our section for today. So, like I said, we're gonna start with some reviewing some of the things from November, the significant events, what are the prolonged impact from it, and finally we go into some year-end strategy and also questions and answer. Okay, and also at the end of our section today, my colleague Baxter will also do the lucky draw for the second lucky draw for our ongoing marketing campaigns, whereby for those who able to open account with us and make at least one trade, they will be entitled for the lucky draw chances. Okay, and the grand prize will be reviewed and also gifted out by next month. Okay, in January. Okay, so we still have last month ongoing for this campaign. So if you're interested, do feel free to tell us in the chat box and ask how to do it, and my colleague will definitely more than happy to share with you. Okay, so first, November. So what happened in November? So if we look into November, we can see that November has been doing quite flattish for our blue chips index, where we can see our blue chips index is down by 0.47%. Meanwhile, small cap is slightly performing up by 2%. So this is actually very different from what we were expecting. Okay, so in during our October section, okay, we were saying that this month is we expect the FPM KLC is flattish, yeah, which that's right, but we were expecting small cap to underperform compared to the blue chips index. But in fact, this month we are seeing the small cap are still doing very well. Okay. Meanwhile, for those sector that is performing, the healthcare, plantations, and utilities. Okay. Meanwhile, we are seeing energies, industrial products, and also telco are not doing that well in the month of November. So actually, what happened in the month of November, if we look into it, okay, so we can see the performance wise, they are not really that much in line. Although we are seeing healthcare, plantations, and also utilities, they are all these three sectors are usually positive in based on seasonality in the month of November. But those that usually very perform one like energy, like technology, they are not doing that well. for this month of November that just over. Okay, yeah. So if we look into so later we will go through some of the sectors and also what are the events that happened that led to this kind of result that we are seeing for November. Okay, so meanwhile, let's update on the index outlook first. So if we look into the index, okay, we can see that FBM KLCI or local benchmark blue chips index um has been trying to rally during early of the November as it touched the 200 days moving average support from 1591 levels and all the way back to 1633 resistance. Then eventually during when it comes to the second half of the month, it has been consolidating around the 1600 levels. Things are stabilized at 1600 levels, and we are still seeing 1580 as a very strong support at this moment. Okay, yeah. So at this point, what we are seeing is this selling move is still a retracement on of this strong rally from 1540 levels all the way to 1680. Okay, so right now it's finding the support along with the 20 days 200 days moving average. Okay, shall this support continue to hold, we might see a rebound, and the rebound signal of the rebound we shall look it at 1618 to 1620 level. So any rebound surpassing 1620 and mean able to hold above this level, then we shall see a stronger move happening for FBM KLCI. Okay, so meanwhile, if we look into small cap index wise, we are seeing things are more favorable in the small cap index, whereby we are seeing it is forming a higher low happening right over here, but also we don't see much momentum until it able to take over this 17400 high. Okay, and of course for small cap we will still always be cautious that the 200 days moving average is capping the upside. Okay, so although we are seeing a higher low happening right over here, is still yet established into an uptrend until it able to overtake 17400 and 7700 area. Okay, so if we are seeing a strong buying crossing this level 17700 area, okay, then it is telling us that the bullish sentiments are being seen in the small cap, and we shall see more bullish sentiment and also buying pressure coming into these markets. Okay, so for KLCI index and the small cap index, these are some of the levels that we should monitor to get the idea of where the direction gonna be. Okay, so as for the three performing sectors, healthcare, plantation, and utilities, are they still gonna able to perform this month? Okay, so if we start with the healthcare wise, if you look into the healthcare index, okay, we are seeing the healthcare index has been trading higher, and it has been going on uptrend along with the 20 days moving average. Okay, so immediately it's coming near to the 2200 resistance, whereby if it able to surpass this area, then we should see 2660 resistance over that. Okay, so for healthcare mainly, if we're talking about like glove that is which market cap is much bigger and also dominating the movement, as we can see, like the Top Glove and also Hatta Liga, the movement they are very similar with the healthcare index. Okay, these glove counters, they are supported with the strengthening dollars, the rebound in the USD, okay, and also with the view of an increased tariff on Chinese glove in next year. Okay, so that is some of the reason, the fundamental reason that is supporting the movement in the sector. Okay, which we are seeing it is gradually trading higher. Okay, but do bear in mind that when it is supported by this fundamental reason, okay, anytime there is any drastic changes or a change in the directions of the speculative views, especially right now we know that next year we're gonna have Trump to go into White House. Okay, that could any changes in the view or in the talks or this, it might lead to a strong movement either up or down. It can be either way. Okay, so do be careful on that part. Okay, so if we look into some of the key components for the healthcare index, okay, like for example the Top Glove. Okay, Top Glove is set to release result in the month of December. Okay, as of the closing as on of November. Okay, we are still seeing there are some upside for Top Glove, but the resistance are pretty much near, I would say. Okay, it's still riding on the 20 days moving average, whereby it's on uptrend. Unfortunately, the Bloomberg consensus CP is slightly lower at this point. Okay, so if we are seeing a good result being better than expected result to be released by Top Glove, then we might see Bloomberg their research analysts to upgrade their TP. Okay. Uh, anyway, we are taking cue from the recent result released from Hatalega, Cosun, Supermax, all this. It might Top Glove result could be affected by foreign currency volatility. Okay, whereby the weakness could be there, but we do need to look into the expectation of the orders. What are the expectation of the orders, and also where is going on from there. Okay, so for those who are trading, Top Glove is still on uptrend, and then the immediate resistance is somewhere around 1.25 to 1.30 level. Okay, another one from the healthcare index will be on Hatalega, which already announced their results. Okay, so we are seeing it's already hitting the resistance, so we are seeing that it could have limited upside at this moment. Okay, and we can see the current price is also pretty much matched with the Bloomberg consensus at this point. Okay, technical resistance wise, it's more towards at 3.80 to 4.20 at this point. Okay, how about plantations? Okay, we can see plantations had a very volatile move. It shoot up very strongly since the early November and had a very drastic pullback to the immediate support somewhere around 7,500 levels for the plantation index. Okay, if we compare it to the CPO movement, then things are making sense because CPO price also have been moving strongly, hitting near 5,200 levels, and then it had a steep pullback as well. Okay, however, we are seeing that CPO prices on last Friday again it rebounded strongly and surpassing 5,000 mark. Okay, so from the reason of the increase in the price is mainly due to the worries of the limited supply with the floods that is happening in our Malaysia. Okay, so that led to the worries of the supply might be affected, and hence we are seeing the strong buying in the in the CPO price. Okay, yeah. So with that, we might see plantation stocks able to hold around this 7,400 to 7,500 levels and rebounding to retest back towards the plantation index high at near 7,900 levels. Okay, so during our October October trader stock, we have mentioned this Jaya Tiasa at 1 ringgit 17 cents. Okay, and if we look into the charts, okay, if we look into the charts today, okay, the updated view for Jaya Tiasa wise is it hold very well at 200 moving average, and it continue to trade higher, turning into an uptrend. Okay, so as of today, it has broke our first resistance of 1 ringgit 35 cents, and the next resistance, the ultimate resistance, the key one will be everyone will be looking at 1 ringgit 50 cents, with the Bloomberg consensus also coming at 1 ringgit 50 cents. So, for those who follow and traded JTSR wise, it will remain in bullish as long we are seeing it's able to hold well above this level somewhere around 1 ringgit 20 cents area. Okay, so for those who any of you who got in, if you are happy, you might want to take some profits at this level at 135 cents, which is the resistance, but try to hold some to aim for what near 150 cents area. Okay, yeah. So another one that we are looking at is Kim Long, which is scheduled to release their earnings by this month. Okay, so for Kim Long wise, we are seeing that it had a very steep pullback following the plantation index and also the pullback in the CPO price, but it's trying to rebound above the 20 days moving average over here. Okay, so as long we are seeing the price able to maintain above 2 ringgit 50 cents area, then we shall see the buying pressure to remain and retest the 2 ringgit 70 cents to 3 ringgit level resistance. Okay, yeah. So for those who are interested into this counter, you might want to see anytime any weakness near the 2 ringgit 50 cents and rebound signal from there, then there could be an area that you might want to pick up some. Okay, with the cut loss below 2 ringgit 50 cents. Okay, yeah. Okay, so as for utilities wise, if we look into utilities had a very good run this year. Okay, since 2024, and however, it peaked in mid of the year, somewhere around like mid of June, and has been going on a retracement since then. But what we are seeing right now is as it approached 200 days moving average, it is showing some supports and some rebounds. Good thing right over here is we are seeing it's break the recent high, okay, breaking into a new high. So as long it's able to hold above the 20 days moving average and re-break higher, then we might see this to be a turn in the utilities index. Okay, so the key ones like Tenaga, if you look into Tenaga wise, we are seeing the technical chart for Tenaga is actually not that encouraging. Actually, yeah. So we can see, despite that, the utilities have peaked out in the mid of June, we are seeing Tenaga has been making new high until September. Okay, until it form a double rejection, double top at 15 ringgit 20 cents. Then only we start seeing the weakness in the buying. Okay, so at this point, there could be two potential outlook for Tenaga is it might trading in the range bar whereby it could come back and test the 13 level support and then rebound and back into this area 14 ringgit to 14.50 area. Okay, otherwise if anytime if it breaks strongly below 13 ringgit, then this could be formed into a topish or even a strong downtrend. Okay, so it is trying to turn, but as long we are still seeing the rebound back above the 20 days moving average, then it could be range bound rather and a downtrend. Okay, so for those still believe in the potentials of Tenaga, especially many analysts they are giving buy call and with a Bloomberg consensus of 16 ringgit 30 cents. Okay, the strategy from Tenaga right now is will be looking for a bargain hunting, reversal rejection from 13 ringgit levels to purchase on bargain hunting and also cut loss below 13 ringgits. Okay, yeah, it's not advisable to chase on Tenaga as it is on downtrend. Okay, meanwhile for YTL Power, okay, YTL Power, it looks very similar to what we are seeing on the utility index, whereby we are seeing it's testing the resistance of 3 ringgit 50 cents, and we need the breakouts to form into a potential uptrend, potential turn into an uptrend. Okay, and the Bloomberg consensus is way far higher than what we are seeing right now. Is at 5 ringgit 35 cents. Okay, so if we look into some of these counters, we can see that the healthcare sector wise, we might see limited upsides. Plantations, as long the CPO price remains strong and seasonally, CPO price is strong for the last quarter of the year. Hence, there's still some chance to look into some selected plantation stocks and also utilities wise. It could be turning back into an uptrend from recent retracement. So for me, I will be saying that utilities and plantations might be more worth looking into for the month of December. Okay, so other than that, in the month of November, we also seeing the critical winning from the Trump. Okay, so Trump is going into White House in the month of January, and what are the impact that we will be anticipating? Okay, so one of the key uh, ideas and also message that he has been delivering is he is looking into a more protectionist trade environment for the US. Okay, so in this in conjunction with this, okay, we should see there would be more volatility happening on all these exports and import counters, especially those export-oriented companies that's exporting to US, which they might face some of the uncertainty happening right over here. Especially, we can see that over the weekend, Trump has been announced that he is looking into impose more than 100% tariff into BRICS members. Okay, although we are a part, we Malaysia is a partner of BRIC members. Okay, yeah, so that could we might see some spillover impact and also some worries incurring in this kind of talks and also statements. Okay, so for export-oriented counters, I would say that we shall see more volatility emerging. Okay, but meanwhile, the positive outlook could be remains to hold it, whereby we could expect a strengthening USD as Trump is looking into Trump policies is looking into lead into a higher inflations and also growth, whereby with the higher inflations we might see Fed's holding back on the rate cuts, keeping the USD in a strong position, and that could be benefiting the export oriented counters. Okay, so trading export oriented counters, we really want to be careful and also be watch out for any of all these potentials announcement from Trump. So if you haven't been using X, okay, you might want to like really open an account on the X channel and also follow Trump to get in line with his any of his view. Okay, uh, talking about Trump might roll back on the green regulations, where we might see uh, some changes in the policies. Okay, so some of these policies, these impacts, it could affect where the market gonna go for the next few years, the directions. Okay, so these were the tariff that Trump vowed on for Mexico, Canada, and also China, and also the BRICS countries that he mentioned over the weekend. Okay, yeah. So so with that, we also have earning season. It's a heavy earning seasons in for the month of November. Okay, so there were two counters that we mentioned in October. In October, Traders Talk, where the first one is HKP Resources. Okay, we had been saying that the result is likely to be remain strong, and indeed, the result has been performing due to a recovery in the customer demand. Okay, it has been up. Unfortunately, the share price is not falling that much, as in between of November they were talking about some key news from one of its SKP Resources key clients, Dyson. Okay, yeah, so we are seeing some of the pressuring down in SKP Resources and retest the 1 ringgit support levels, and today we see the rebound, 6% rebound from 1 ringgit levels. Okay, so at this moment SKP is still holding well in this range between 1 ringgit to 1 ringgit 15 cents. Okay, and the result is still improving. Okay, another one is Nation Gates. Okay, Nation Gate revenue has doubled. Okay, due to a higher server deliveries. However, we are seeing that Nation Gates share price has been tumbled upon on the next day after the result release, whereby the sentiments would change on the move the due to its net foreign exchange gains, whereby if we take out of this exchange gain, we might see the net profits actually is in losses. Okay, so that were the reason why we are seeing the gap downs on this day. Okay, however, as we mentioned since November, we actually seen the share price has moved up 15% before the results. Okay, and also hitting towards the resistance of 2 ringgit 40 cents area over here. Okay, before the results. So I would say that the gap downs, it could probably due to also due to buy on rumors and sell on fact, whereby as many expecting the result to be good, and when the result is not as good as they are anticipating, the gap down happened and everyone just selling. Okay, so back to the square one where at the starting of November. Okay, yeah. So if you and also if you look into some of the month of November, this year is a very interesting one, whereby we can see there are many counters that the reported losses, and especially many of them they are forex losses or even forex gains. They are not seeing the usual impacts, whereby in fact for those who are reporting forex losses, the share price continue to go higher. But for those who forex gain, some of them they even come lower. Okay, so one of the reason, if we look into the USD MYR, we can see that starting in October, okay, starting in October, we actually seeing the recovery in the USD, okay, the weakening in the MYR. So it's a totally a V-shaped performance in our USD MYR. So for those who are expecting and reporting US forex losses, they are actually being hit on this selling in the dollars, okay, towards the MYR, the strengthening in the MYR, okay. But as people, as investors, they are expecting that the next quarter should be much improved, okay, as we are seeing the weakening back in the MYR or the picking up in the USD strength, okay. So they are the idea is this forex loss, it could be just temporarily or even one time, and next quarter we should see the results to normalize again. Okay, so taking notes into all this, for the results in February, we might want to look into some of we might able to we might expect that all this that reporting forex losses, their share price could recover, or they are likely to report a strong earnings in February, as long we are seeing the ringgit continue to weaken or the dollars continue to strengthen, which that could happen, whereby it's in line with the what we are talking about, the impact from the Trump and administration. Okay, however, if we are seeing ringgit continue to strengthen, okay, and back it to this level near to 4 ringgit 4.1 4.10 exchange rate level, okay, then these are also the counters that we might really want to be aware of, whereby they might gonna hit by any forex losses again, okay, and the impact could come in by that time. Okay, so USD MYR is really very important for us to look into, especially on all these counters that have they are having foreign revenue in foreign currencies, and also assets in foreign as well outside Malaysia. Okay, and last but not least, as for the continuous growth counters that we mentioned in the October traders talk, just an update on the result is we are seeing more than not more than it's half of them has reported result, and they are improving. They are reported an improved result from that. Okay, yeah. So if you're able to benefit from that, then congratulations. Okay, only two that came down, which is one is on MHB on the energy side, and Mountain on the properties. And for those who still very interested, there are some that are scheduled to report their earnings this month, which is Binastra, okay, on the construction side. And we can see like companies like MGB, Inta, they have been reporting improvements in their earnings. Okay, so very good chances I would say that Binastra is likely to report good result as well. Okay, and another one will be MyNews. And if you look into peers like QL, their results are quite is also positive to performance. Okay, so I think Binastra and MyNews is worth looking at for the month of December as well. Okay, for potential earnings play. Okay, so other than these few points that's been mentioning to look into month of December, if we look into more macro view, the major events wise in December, December is a more cooling month whereby that could be the month could be clouded by festive moods. Okay, but not to forget, we still gonna have the very last FOMC, the Fed's Federal Reserve meeting for the year 2024, and the market is anticipating another 0.25% cuts to be announced. Okay, so in November, Powell has cut 0.25 percentage points, which come in line with the market anticipation, and we don't see too much volatility from there actually, because it's just come in line with what market expecting. Okay, but if we look into the meeting minutes that announced last week, at this point the officials, the members, are still confident that inflation is going towards what they are meeting at, but they are no longer so strongly committing that they gonna bring down the rates so aggressively. Okay, because right now there is a change in the White House. The police, there are changes on the policies. Okay, and also we are also seeing that the consumer inflations start picking up in the month of October, although it's just minor. But this could be some of the signals that put a slower movement or slower cut process from the Federal Reserve. Okay, but for this coming on the 18th December, we are still expecting for the Reserve to have a 0.25% cut. Okay, yeah. So in between, if there is any changes of that, and that might move the market as well. So you might want to watch out on that as well. Okay, especially the changes, it could drive the ringgit higher or lower, and hence affecting the export or rental counters like we mentioned earlier just now. Okay, so other than that, wise, we are seeing another one that traders, investors, they will be always being prompted when it comes to the month of December is window dressing. Okay, so whereby so what is this actually window dressing? So if we look into window dressing, it's actually a very simple strategy whereby when it comes to the year end, portfolio managers, fund managers, investor, they might want to make their performance to look slightly better. Okay, because it's gonna just to it gonna show in their report card for how they have been doing for the year of 2024. Okay, so it could be it is a strategy to make their portfolio looks better. So meaning they might drive up the share price on their portfolio so that it looks slightly better how they have been performing for the month of for the year of 2024. Okay, so taking cue from the descriptions, we know that window dressing should be affected counters that are traded by the insti, funds manager, and also portfolio managers. Okay, it shouldn't be weighed too much on small cap counters. I mean like speculative stocks. Okay, but counters that we should see more participation of the fund managers. Okay, of the funds. Okay, so if we look into up to date the performance for all the sectors wise, we are seeing that most of the sectors they are doing well. Even with our FPM KCI is up almost 10%, where constructions it up more than 50%, driven by Gamuda, iGEM, Suncon, Sunway Constructions, Kerjaya. Okay, these four. Okay, which mainly drive up the index. Okay, and also we are seeing the property also doing well, utilities also doing well, uh, banks, financial services, they are doing well as well. Okay, so what are those that are not doing really well? They are technologies and also telco. Okay, right over here. Okay, so if there is any window dressing, okay, activities to make their portfolio looks better, okay, uh, if really need to, okay, do you think they will be focusing on constructions or all these sectors that has been well performing, or technology and telco that hasn't been doing really well? Okay, but we can see that overall this year it has been performing. So the gains, if the funds weightage is very heavy on the constructions, the gain will be much higher to offset some of the holding in technology and also telco. Okay, and also funds for those uh, funds could be has been switching their sectors holding into construction since early of the year. So if that is where we are seeing, then the impact of the window dressing could be much lesser this year, as it is a bullish year, as what we are seeing. Okay, and if we look into some of the KLCI counters, okay, some of these are the counters that have been coming down more than 10% year to date. Okay, yeah. So if we are really seeing some window dressing activities to come in line, okay, to come in to take place. So these are some of the counters that we might want to monitor closely. Like Petronas Chemical has been weak in their performance. Okay, Genting and Genting Malaysia, there were talks about that they might be excluded from the FPM KLCI, hence there could be subselling. Okay, and we can see the telco CD, Celcom DG and Maxis has been coming down, which in line with what we see on the sectors. Okay, and Nestle on from the consumer sides on the boycott events, and also Petronas Dangan on the subsidized nationalizations. Okay, yeah, so these are some of the KLCI counters that have been declined more than 10% for the year. And if you're gonna employ this window dressing strategy, these are some of the counters that you might want to watch closely. Okay, and if we talking about seasonality, okay, I also gathered some of the data for those who has been performing for the past 10 years in the month of December, whereby we can see that like YTL and SD Guthrie, they has been doing really well in the month of December. Okay, and of course, from telco wise, we are seeing Axiata to be perform better, and also surprisingly, PCAM also has been doing all this while doing well in the month of December as well. Okay, yeah. So but of course, using this data over here that I extract from Bloomberg, okay, one thing that we have to bear in mind is the there are certain years whereby some of these counters they are really performing really well in that year, and that creates which is the outliers data and prop up the average performance. Okay, for the past 10 years. Okay, the average. Hence, that is something that we want to be really careful as well. Okay, yeah. So and don't look at it. LK said, well, TL on average is up 7% in the month of December, then just hantam saja lah. Okay, you might want to take this as some a list that you could monitor and also execute accordingly based on your view of the markets, whether they have any catalyst and also the technical entry as well. Okay, but these are some of the counters, the blue chips that could be worth looking at for the windows dressing strategies. Okay, and last but not least, as usual, it comes to the seasonality of the December. We are seeing most of the sector, they are in green actually. Okay, yeah, except for healthcare. All right. Okay, so like I said just now, earlier in the sections, we also been more conservative on the healthcare index as the upside could be quite limited at this point, and we might want to look into some of the sectors like plantations could be still propped up by the momentum, a strong momentum in the CPO price. Okay, if you look into banks wise, then banks could be quite okay to look at this point if you're able to get some at a good price, by cheap price. Okay, otherwise then it will be, you can see property and utilities play, they are very much come in line with the Johor thematic as well. So if you start seeing some of the Johor thematic stocks start to have some momentum trading, then these are some of these two sectors is worth looking at it to make some short-term trading. Okay, yeah. So that will be most of it that I'm gonna share. Okay, the strategy for the month of December, and hopefully everyone's right over here able to grab some profits and also ends the year 2024 well. Okay, all right. So last but not least, for those who are interested to attend our other webinars or seminars, okay, these are some of our upcoming events whereby on the 18th December, we're going to have a Bahasa event talking about how to read the charts, okay, talking about trends, drawing trend lines, and also support and resistance, okay, and also we're going to have a physical seminar at Berjaya Times Square at our office building right over here. Okay, but it's not in our office lah. It will be on 9th floor on a hall. Okay, on 12th December Thursday. Okay, at 7 p.m. Okay, so in that session, my colleague will be sharing more details about the year-end strategy. Okay, so if you have time, just feel free to come and you can check. Soon we're gonna post the events and also the registrations in our on our websites, paconline.com.my, or at our social media, iPac Online on Facebook. Okay, so you from there you're able to click the link and also register yourself to reserve for the seats, and we will update you accordingly as the time comes nearby. Okay, and last but not least, we're also having some marketing events in the month of December, whereby we will give out some mystery giveaway. Okay, but I'm not gonna I'm not gonna be the spoiler and also share the time and dates. So do follow us on our Facebook and also our IG to know where and when our center gonna appear. Okay, so they're gonna share some giveaway for our clients and to the public that we're able to engage. Okay, yeah. Last but not least, again, the promotions. Our iPhone promotions is still ongoing, and this is the last month. Okay, this is the last month for our campaign. So if you have already opened accounts, do help your friends and your family to open an account so that they can win an iPhone. They just need to do one simple trade. Okay, they do not need to make any. There's no any restriction on the trades. Okay, or you yourself, if you haven't opened an account, this is the time for you to do it, and you might able to grab an iPhone or 50 ringgit touch and go credits from here. All right, okay. So I'm not gonna take any of your time anymore. So next I'm gonna pass to my colleague Dexter to do the lucky draw for the second lucky draw for the campaign. Okay, so if you have any questions, anything that you would like to highlight or check out more, do feel free to contact us at this and at all this channel, or just scan the QR code to contact us here. All right. Okay. So thank you very much for your time to join my sections today. And next, I'm gonna pass to Dexter. Dexter, the floor is all yours.
Hello guys, I'm Dexter. Okay, so now back to our monthly lucky draws. So I won't talk much lah. Just directly go to draw our monthly winners. So we are going to draw 5 persons to give out our 15 ringgit touch and go roller pins. Okay, so let's see who are the first winner for the month. Okay, congratulations, So Jun Xian. Okay, then let's go for the second. Our second winner, Ng Ching Xin. The Ng Yi Qi. And the third Yong Li Shan, and the last winner will be this person have just get it in the first winner, so this is not counted lah, okay? And so we're gonna do like now. Okay, congratulations to all the winners. Can our staff will contact you to guide you how you can redeem the prize from us. And thank you so much. And if you yet to participate in this lucky draw and you want to participate, then you can just open an account with us again and make at least one transactions that will entitle to join our money lucky draws and also of course for our grand prize lucky draws. Okay, so that's it for today's and thank you so much and bye bye.